Hello, welcome back. We're actually going to go over some tutorial stuff for shoulder and back mobility and strength. So you can combine some yoga postures with some strengthening moves to get a little more flexibility through the upper back, which I've been seeing a lot of requests for lately. So if you watched the video on the wall angels, we had a lot of great feedback. So we're going to kind of run with that and build a little bit more off of that. So this is more of a kind of an instructional video. So I kind of want you to take it, change it into what you need it to be. So I would suggest you have like a couple blocks handy, or you could have a couple books. They just can be a little slippery, so make sure you watch that. And some people may or may not want like a chair available for a couple of the poses to modify some accessibility issues. So let's start with just standing. Now you have to forgive me, I got a tight space here. So we're going to chop off my head. But standing, I'm just going to have you take a big breath in and then reach your arms up for a mountain pose and exhale and reach down. And then inhale, kind of curl your back up, reach up, exhale, down. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. And inhale, you can curl your back up. Now, if you don't love that or it's too hard on your back, see the chair there? You can take a big breath in, exhale, and you can stop at the chair, slightly bend your knees a little, and that works beautiful too. And you inhale, and you can come back up. And exhale and drop your arms. And do that 3 or 4 times just to kind of get that rhythm moving. And that's really a great thing to get just your breath going, your back moving, some good stuff happening there. So I'm going to kind of come down in a kneeling position because we can do it this way too. There's no rules. But let's say we're going to do a wall angel. Now, if you were standing, you could put your heels on the wall, your butt on the wall, your back on the wall. If you're going to kneel, it's going to be a little different because your back's going to want to curl like this. But we just want to kind of find a flat back. So you could do it that way. We could sit. If your knees feel okay, you could sit with your back against the wall. If that doesn't feel great on your knees, we could grab a couple blocks and we could put them under our knees. So I kind of like this way, personally. Kind of gives my hips a break, my knees a break. And then we can kind of take that out of the equation a little bit. So your back is kind of against the wall. Bring your arms on the wall, elbows on the wall, back of your hands on the wall, your head's on the wall. And you take a big breath in. And maybe on the breath out, we slide our arms up the wall without losing contact. See the shadows? So make sure your arms stay on the walls. If you can like stay here, if your arms are here or here, even just trying to get your shoulder blades on the wall and your back on the wall and your arms on the wall is enough of an activated exercise to really engage the muscles. So don't worry about it. There's no rewards at the end of your session. So try again, put your elbows on the wall, the backs of your hands on the wall, and big breath in and out. And on a breath in, you could try it that way too. Breath in, really feel that open. And then breath out. And try one more, breath in through your nose. And breath out. So like I say, you can do that one standing up. You can do it seated. You could try kneeling too. Kneeling, just don't arch your back. Then let's throw in a little different. Let's try and open those shoulders a little more. So take your block, and if you can, hang on to it behind you and push it away. And kind of come close and push it away. And let's do a couple more. Big breath in and exhale. Big breath in and exhale. So for myself, it's really tight in the front of the shoulders. So you could grab Like here, I'm gonna make this up. I can make a towel, and I could do something similar right there. Just grab a towel and maybe try and inch my hands in with my thumbs pointing down, a little closer, and try and pull the rope. You can even pull it apart. So that's another way to modify if that block is too close. And I would say moving my hands out just a couple inches, it alleviates some pulling here, so then I don't focus so much on this, and I can feel my back better, which is kind of the goal. We don't want to have like pain or something distracting going on. We kind of want it to feel like we feel good. We feel like, oh, that's working a good muscle back in my back, and that feels better there. If you have a towel or a rope or anything for that matter, a yoga strap, another trick we could do is we take it out wide, and while we have it, we're right here, you take it up and over. Now don't let your elbows bend. Take it up and over, and we're gonna kind of come back down, and then you're gonna come back up. Don't let your elbows bend. Just kind of keep it there. If your elbows are bending, go out wider. So I'm gonna do a couple of those. Big breath in, go around, and come back up. That feels really good. If it hurts, go out wider. We don't want any pain necessarily. We want it to feel really nice. Get those warmed up. So we're gonna move on. Let's do some cat-cow. There's no rules to the inhale, exhale here, but there's different ways maybe it feels good. Put your palms on the floor so that all the weight is dispersed in your palm. Elbows are straight. Preferably the creases or the smiles are forward, like so. And I'm gonna have you take a big breath in, and I'm gonna have you arch your back, chin up, and breath out. Tuck your tailbone, curl that belly in, and then tuck your chin. And when you breathe in, let your belly relax. Let your back arch, let your shoulders dip, and then look up. And breathe out. Let your tailbone tuck, belly come in. Reach through that upper back, tuck your chin, and let the belly drop. Exhale. Inhale, this is the inhale, excuse me. And you can do a few more of those, where you're really reaching right through here, reach for the sky, get that to round. And then inhale, and let that relax. So then we're gonna move on to Dolphin Pose, which this you could use a couple blocks for. Dolphin Pose is to open up more under the shoulder blades here. We have a little, you can use blocks here like so, or you can go right on the floor. So the goal is here, we're going to make fists, thumbs up, elbows, everything is square right here. Then from here, we can back our knees up. You have the option of popping up onto your toes, or you can just lean back right here too. So the idea is we're gonna take a breath in, have you breathe out, let your head just come back by your arms. And if you like that and you want to build upon that, you're going to take it here and go up on your toes, and you can bend back through. I'm going to back up a little bit. Now this can be harder, or it can feel good. You come down, you take a breath in, and you take another breath out. And here's a spot if you're feeling kind of tired or shaky, just take a little child's pose. Just take a break. And from here, you can build on too. We can do a downward dog. You can also put blocks right here and hang on to the blocks. Weight under the palms and elbows straight. And you can go back into the downward dog. You can also bend your knees if you need to. There's no strict rules here. If you want to build upon that, you can come in here and take a few breaths. If neither of those options are ideal, this is another way to use the chair is something similar. You can use that, and you can back your feet up and dip your head through. And you'll get a similar thing happening. So, do a few of those. And the next one I love is a bridge with some robot arms. I like this because it engages a whole bunch of good stuff. You lay down on your back, and you're going to keep your feet and your knees shoulder width apart or hip width apart. You're going to keep your arms really close to your sides, and you're going to keep your arms bent at a 90 like a robot. Clench your fists, and I'm going to have you push your elbows into the floor. And you may feel some muscle tension up your tricep, the back of your arm, and down the back of the side of your body. So I'm going to do that for even like 12 breaths. Just push and start there. If that feels good and you want to change that into a progression, you can push your feet into the ground, and you're going to push with your elbows and lift your hips up towards the ceiling so that you kind of like are flat like an airplane could take off of your legs. So another addition is we could grab a block, and I'm going to have you put it between your knees and kind of hold on to it. So we're going to do it again. Make sure your shoulder blades are flat, your elbows are close to your body, and your elbows push into the floor, and you don't let your arms come out. They just stay right here. You're going to push, you're going to squeeze that block a little, push, push, push with your arms, and lift your hips up. Another progression is to let your palms come to the floor and lift them back up. And you can do that another couple times. And down. So we can do that push. One more rep, we'll try it. And down. And then to give our body a much deserved break, we're going to do a fish pose, supported fish pose. So we put the blocks in a T shape, up and down along the spine and this way for the head. You can also use pillows, rolled up towels, anything you have. The idea is you can keep your knees bent. You're going to lay along this, and then you're going to let this support your head. And let your arms just rest. You can rest them here, you can rest them at the sides, you can rest them above your head. You can put your feet, the bottoms of your feet together. You can put pillows underneath your knees to hold them up a little for you. The idea is that this position should be really comfortable as you can make it. So let's say you need pillows so that your head's up a little higher. That's perfectly fine. The main thing is you want to be able to rest here. And you take some big breaths in through your nose and out. And maybe your inhales and your exhales are, you can hear them. I'm going to have you lay here for a few minutes. And then once that feels comfortable, I'd have you just remove the blocks and lay in Shavasana, which is just, shoulder blades flat to the floor, legs out a little, arms out, and you're just doing absolutely nothing. And you just rest. And you lay there for like 3 to 5 minutes and just let your body recover from all the work you did. And you roll to your side, and you can come up whenever you're done. I'll let you finish out in that. But that is just a quick tutorial on some upper back and shoulder mobility and strengthening. Thank you.